Good morning, children. Okay. Now, as in how we have done with unit 1.1, now we have to go further, as in how we have to finish our portion for the unit test. Okay. So, now there is a lovely story here about a small little boy. Now, first open up your textbooks, open up page 5, you will find there unit 1.2, Dick Whittington and his cat. Now, before we go and learn about the story and listen to the story of Dick, let us first see, you can see some pictures on your textbook. You can see respected Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, you can see Mr. Abraham Lincoln, Charlie Chaplin, you can see Kalpana Chawla also there. Now, why do you think these photographs of these renowned personalities are given here? Okay. Now, you can see that these are the renowned personalities who have made a lot of name into the whole world. It was not an easy life for them. They must have faced some difficulties, where also financially maybe to study, to stay, as and how their parents, life is not that easy. They must have compromised certain things, they must have compromised their enjoyments, school days, childhood, happiness. There will be lots of compromises that they have done, because this success has not come so easily to them, and that is why they have given you the photographs, so that these photographs inspire you to learn something, that only after facing certain hardships and keeping patience, compromising on certain things, then only you can achieve success. As we have seen in the earlier poem also, they are asking you to achieve success, to keep faith, do good deeds and things. Here the second lesson also is teaching you about how to be successful in your life. The poem taught you the way. Now here an example, how same way a little boy named Dick, he became successful in his life, how he had struggled, what hardships he had to go, and how he faced them, and he became successful into his life. Okay. So, here first we will go with the lesson, and then I will come back to the small grammatical part. You can see there syllables, 1 syllable, 2 syllable, 3 syllable, more than 3 syllables. Now remember, 9th standard, 10th standard, you will have these questions for 2 marks or 1 mark. Like you know, the pattern since last 2 years has been changed. So it's a new pattern for you, because earlier the pattern was different. First only 10 marks, you will have lots of objective questions, like wherein I taught you to pick up the adjectives into the earlier poem. Now here I will be teaching you syllables. They will be giving you certain words, and as per the vowel pronunciations, you will have to choose what are the syllables, whether the syllable is 1, 2 or 3, that will be doing. So before that, we start with the lesson. Now there are certain difficult words, hard words into the lesson. Certain meanings are given to you. Those few meanings you might not know, as in how we go with the lesson, I will be explaining it to you. Okay. So shall we start? We start here. Dick Whittington and his cat. Now, there was one poor boy called Dick Whittington, who always lived in a small village in south of England. He did not have proper home to live, and both his parents had died, and so he did not have proper money also to support his life. And he was, as in how, since he was an orphan, moved around alone, he was unkindly treated by many of the villagers who lived in that village. So Dick was very tired with this. One day, Dick overheard some people were talking in the town that there's lots of gold which has been scattered over the streets of London. Okay. And so he decided, oh, there's so much, so why don't I go and pick some and sell out, and I become little wealthy. So with gold, he decided that he would go there at once and pick up for his fortune. What is a fortune? That is his destiny, his faith in his life that he would always become a rich man if he would pick up some gold pieces from the streets and sell them, get money and get food and proper better life. For that he thought people might treat him more kindly and give him more respect because he's having money and he's become a rich man. So what did young Dick do? He set out to walk to London. Now where was he staying? He was staying in South England, and now he was moving and travelling to London. For what? To pick up some gold pieces which were paved, that is scattered over on the streets of London. So young Dick set out to walk to London. He had not gone far when in between, as he was walking, he met a man in a cart, and the man stopped and asked him if he was running away from home, because he saw that such small boy is walking alone on the street. So that man thought, array, this fellow might be running away from home. So he asked him first, are you running away from home? And then he says, poor Dick says, because he has no parents, he was an orphan, he says, I have no home. Dick answered, I am on my way to London to find my fortune. So I am going to London to find my destiny. I am going to London myself. Who said? The carter said, I am also going to London. So come, jump up into my car and we both will travel together, have a journey to all together. So they arrived in London just before nightfall, and the carter, what nightfall matlab means, just as it was going to be dark, they reached to London. Now the carter left Dick there only and made his way to an inn. Inn means to a home, a small hotel. Then poor Dick was alone now because he had no money to go to the hotel or to book a inn or to a small room or anything. He stood alone and looked around in dismay. He is all confused with great disappointment that he is left out. He cannot see anybody on the road, and I am alone in a new town. What I am going to do? So where was all the fine gold? And some very important was that he had heard that there is lot of gold scattered on the streets. So now he is searching. I am come here, I am left here. Where is the gold? So where was all that fine gold? All he could see were only dirty streets around and lots of unfriendly people, because he has come first time to London. He had nowhere to sleep. And then what he did? In the end, he spent the night in the corner of an alley. What is an alley? You have two buildings and small cottages. There is a small passage, that gully type passages. He went and he slept there. Okay. Then where he hoped, why he went there? He thought on the street here, there, so many vehicles, morning here, there, if they are running and anything happens. So he goes and he finds his way in an alley and he goes and sleeps there. Now early morning he woke up. It was cold, miserable, and he was very hungry. He wandered around begging for food. So now since he had no money, he was begging. But again and again people shouted at him and they said, go away, you lazy fellow. People didn't know about his story. So people thought he is a lazy fellow who wants to only eat and sit idle, doesn't want to do any work. So they said, you are a lazy fellow, go away. Then be off with you, and aimed angry blows at his head like this. They just whipped him up on his head. At last he collapsed in the street because he was hungry, and as poor small child, he was hungry. He collapsed and lay there. He had become very weak because he had no food to eat. Now, by chance, Dick had fallen in front of a house which was belonging to a rich merchant called Mr. Fitzwarren. So this was a rich merchant. So Dick fainted and fell in front of his house. Now Fitzwarren returned home from inspecting his sheep. So he was a businessman. He had some sheep. So he went there, inspected the sheep. As and how he was returning home, he saw that one small child is fallen down on the street in front of his house. So now, by chance, Dick had fallen in front of the house belonging to a rich merchant called Mr. Fitzwarren. The cook was trying to drive Dick away when he saw that. When Mr. Fitzwarren returned home for inspecting his sheep, he stopped and said to Dick, he woke him up, why don't you work if you need food? So I'll give you some work and you'll get money and you'll get food also. So Dick, poor fellow, wanted that. So he said, yes, I would work. See how Dick is? He never felt, oh, I'm going to work, I'm a small boy, how am I going to work? Nothing. He immediately said, I would work. Positive attitude. But I know nobody who will give me anything to do. But he's saying, I don't know anybody who will give such small child or anybody here a new person a work. So then Mr. Fitzwarren, what he did? The cook was out who was driving Dick away. So Fitzwarren, what he did? He called the cook and told him, take him to the kitchen. Mr. Fitzwarren ordered the cook, feed him first give him food, then give him work. Others first you give him work and ask him to do work. Now the poor child is weak, he is tired and so he is fainted. So first feed him and then give him work. So Dick was given a home and a living. So he went there, had food and all and started working. He had a small corner of the attic to sleep in. Now what is the attic? You will find a small room where the roof like this, it is pointed, and a roof also like this, okay, wherein it's a storeroom sort of, wherein you keep all your necessary things, sometimes you utilize like that, okay. So he went to the attic to sleep in, and his job was to help the cook with the pots and pans, that is washing all the vessels in the kitchen. Now Dick's life should have been much better than before, but he still had two difficulties to face. Now we thought that the businessman gave him job, so he is working now, so he will get money, he will get good food, so Dick is happy. But Dick had to face two big difficulties there. What was there? First was the cook. The cook always troubled him, bit him, asked him to do lots of work and everything, and never treated him in a good manner. Okay, and the other difficulty was that wherever in that attic he was sleeping, there were lots of rats, and whole night, poor fellow, Dick, whole day he would work and be tired, and at night when he went to sleep, these rats would pester him and trouble him. He could never sleep. All the time they were running over him here and there and that, and he could not sleep. So these were the two main difficulties that he was facing. So I'll see. The first was that the attic he slept in was overrun by lots of rats and mice. At night they scampered, means moved all over him, and kept him whole night awake. He couldn't sleep. After a time he solved but this problem. He didn't sit crying, or he did not run away from there. What sort of a home, I am getting food but I cannot sleep. He did not run. He solved this problem by saving few money pennies that he was paid. So the businessman would give him some money, for working there into the kitchen. So what he did, he saved that money, and he went, and what he bought, what you people would have done, got lots of money. I would buy some good clothes, pizza, burgers, chocolates, this, that. What this fellow did, he went there and he bought a cat for himself. He bought a cat, and no time what he did, he brought the cat and kept it with him, and the cat became his pet. Now the cat at night got lot of food, and Dick got a good sleep. So the cat ate all there, and the rats were scared of the cat. He ate one or two full. When they saw the cat, the rats and mice ran away, and Dick was able to sleep peacefully. Then the other difficulty, which was not so easy to overcome, was the cook. He had a very bad temper, hot temper he was. Anything little, he would always grumble and shout. So she always shouted and screamed all day, and would scold Dick and hit him with a wooden spoon also sometime, even when he was working as hard as he could. So that cook was never satisfied. Now one night, Dick decided he could not stand this cook no more. He was very tired. So what he did, early the next morning, before the cook was up means before the cook would get up from her sleep, he moved out of the house with his cat to seek for his fortune elsewhere. He thought, now one problem I have solved, that the rats are gone. So now I will take my pussy cat and I will go and search for another job. Though they all were kind, but this cook was all the time, and the businessman did not know that this cook was all the time troubling Dick. So he thought, I'll go. So he went out of the house with the pussycat. The two of them walked as far as Holloway. Holloway means a road which is never ending, they're going. On their way out of London, then Dick sat down on a stone to rest. He was tired. Now walking, he sat down. It was the 1st of November and it was All Saints' Day and the church bells were ringing everywhere. As Dick sat and listened, it seemed they were ringing out a message for him. So he thought, array, this is 1st November, All Saints' Day. That means I am going to be blessed. And he could hear all the churches where the bells are ringing. So it was a good positive sign. So he's thinking maybe God is going to help me. He is very happy and going to shower his blessings on me. And so he thought it's a good positive message for him. So, and he feels that message. Turn again, Whittington, thou worthy citizen. Now what is the meaning here of thou? We have here. Okay. What is this thou? Means it's a Latin American word which means you. Okay. So here, turn again, Whittington, you worthy citizen. Lord Mayor of London. So they are telling him, don't go back further to search another work. Come back to the businessman. So Lord Mayor of London said, Dick, oh, I'm going to be. So I should like to be the Lord Mayor also. Okay, you know what prestige and post a mayor holds in a town, is the head of the town. So he's saying, I should like to be the Lord Mayor, so that God is calling me Lord Mayor of London, so I would love, so I want to come back and ride in a fine coach, I am going to be rich. So I can put up with a few scoldings from the cook if that is what is in store for me. So he thinks that these wordings are God's blessing. God is telling him, turn again, Whittington, you worthy citizen. Worthy means valuable citizen you are. You are not a small ordinary child and you are going to be Lord Mayor of London. So listening this, Dick was very inspired and encouraged. He's saying, oh, I'll become a lord and I'll become a mayor. So I'll be so rich. I can move into this fine coaches, vehicles and everything. So let me come. Now I can put up with means I can adjust with the few scoldings and hot temper of that cook. If I'm going to get something in return so worthy, I can adjust to that small scoldings and hot temper of the cook. So Dick and his cat retraced means searched back their way to the businessman's house. Luckily, they were able to slip back quietly. He entered before they had been made. So nobody knew where is Dick. Before they searched for Dick or anything, quietly he entered and he was back into his place. Now, Mr. Fitzwarren used to send ships. What was the businessman doing? He used to take certain ships and send them from one place to another. When the ships would go, they would take all the material which was produced or sold from this town. They would take everything and sell out in another town where these things were not available there. They would sell there, collect all the money, again buy certain things from that town with that money and bring back and sell it here. So that means trade, and this businessman had lots of ships, and through the ships he would sell out different types of goods to another town. So he used to send ships for across the sea to trade with other countries. Then he would load a ship with goods for the captain and ship's crew to sell in far away places. Okay, so there was a captain and the crew. Crew are the members onto the ship who help out for all other jobs. So he would put up all the goods and materials and he would send them to far off places for sale, and then they would bring back goods that could be sold at home. Okay, so they would take, like how we have in history, all the Britishers carried all the spices from here there and sold out there at higher cost, and then from there collected money, bought certain things from there, and they came back in India and sold it to Indians. So this is how actually the business was been done by that businessman. Okay, now One day he called his household together. Whose household? All the members who are working in his house, he called them all together. So they all stood around. Now he is announcing, I am sending a ship to the African coast to trade. So now this time to which country he is sending? He is sending it to the African coast. He is sending the ship to sell out certain goods. Would any one of you like to send something of yours on it? So he is asking if you all people who are there, you can send something so that you also can earn some money. So you can then share in the profits if the voyage is successful. Plus see how good the businessman was. He is saying you sell out, and then if you get profit, you can share also that. If the voyage means, what is a voyage? Voyage is a travel that has been done for the business purpose. So whenever you get that, if you get profit also, I will share the profit with you. Then everyone brought something, all the household people brought something or the other to offer. A Dick, poor boy, was standing alone there because he was a poor boy. Where he was earning much, he did not have anything, but he had his good friend, the pussy cat. So he had a cat. So everyone produced something except for Dick did not bring. You had nothing to offer. Have you nothing of your own, Dick? The businessman asked him kindly. Dick replied, I don't have anything, only my cat. Then the businessman Fitzwarren says, then let your cat go on to the ship, said Mr. Fitzwarren. Now his daughter also was there. Whose daughter? Businessman's daughter also was there. So her name was Alice. She said, Dick loves his cat very much, Papa. Let me put something in for him. So she says that Dick loves the cat. So if he allows the cat to go, he would miss it. So instead of him, I am helping him. I'll give something from myself for him to sell. But her father said, no, it must be his only, so that he earns the profit. For nothing belonging to someone else. It should not be belonging to someone else and you represent that. So it should be his only. So Dick went running. The cat, where it is, he fetched me, searched the cat and brought and gave it to those people, okay, to the crew in the ship. And then he waved goodbye to it sadly, because he was sad. The cat was the only friend he had, and that cat always helped him and solved the problem of Dick within no minute. The next night Dick was fast to sleep. Then the captain of the ship was very happy. Delighted means happy, for the cat was an excellent mouser. What is a mouser here? Mouser is an animal who catches the rats and mice very faster. Very well trained cat, that very good in his work. And so he had no trouble with rats and mice on his voyage. So when they are going by ship, lots of goods are there. You will find rats and mice on the ship also. So the captain was very happy. So as the captain thought, okay, now this mice is there, so when we are going to travel, we will have a peaceful sleep, and the mice are also not going to trouble us, because the cat is going to help us doing what? Helping us to catch all the rats and mice there.